Good morning, traders. This is Perry Wilkie with StartupTrading.com. It is just making sure my audio. Oh, there we go. Uh, it is 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time on Friday, October 11th. Earnings season's kicked off today. We will have really no notable earnings on Monday, and then we'll, really get into it starting Tuesday. So, uh, we had our normal. We'll get into it. So, looking at yesterday's action, we just kind of repaired some poor structure yesterday. Uh, and that's really what happened on the tape. And then really just watch. If you look at what happened to structure, then it was just the Russell actually had a few salmon run trades, and then also excess and A lines. The rest of the indexes just really set in a very narrow range, waiting on bated breath for today. Nothing really came out of the print yesterday. Looking at really what's going on here. We're slightly towards overbought conditions in the ES, NQ, and Dow, but we were completely neutral yesterday. So today is, up for grabs, if you will. And then as far as, anything else on the tape today, we're going to have, you know, University of Michigan preliminary at 10 o'clock. That's your biggest news event for the day. You're going to have some Fed heads on at 10:45 and at 1:10. Not really, expecting much from them. If we look at positioning, the Qs uh, are at 491 half right now, basically. So right here, so there is a little bit at 495 and then at 500, and of course, just look at the $5 strikes for next week, and then for today, you can see that that 491 once you get to 493, it starts really tapering off because we haven't been really above there. You got some, some short puts, up there, and then you've got just looking at, but long story short, you could 495, 498, and 500 are your huge markers up above. If we were to do something, however, you would have to do something with the S&P 500 at the same time. More than likely, the SPY is currently trading 576. Uh, So 575 is your first line support a little bit, and then 580 would really, be something of first test resistance more than likely. And then if you really start falling backwards, 567 should be your floor today. I don't know if we'll really see that extreme to the downside. Looking at the cash market, 5,800 has been your bogey to the top. Uh, we're about 20 points under that right now. And then so that's been where the wall has been for the ES for the last several sessions. Uh, it'll more than likely be the wall again today. We'll just have to see. So, watch when the ES gets the cash, the SPX, the I should be more clear. Watch when the cash markets gets to 5,800. And then you really would have to see the VIX dropping and one time framing lower to stay above there. And more than likely, any run above there is just going to revert back to the mean unless you get in that Superman up mode, which, we'll just have to see if you can or not. Uh, 58.26 half is currently where we're trading. 58.29 was a point of control from yesterday. And then going back to Wednesday's point of control, 57.88 half would be, your those are your markers there. Looking at one time framing, 20,517 half is where I've got it marked off at. That was pretty much the high for yesterday. So, do we just go back and retest 20,251? Potentially. Uh, and then we'll have to see. That would end one time framing up and balance here, and then otherwise, this is still your lid until proven otherwise. ES is on that look above, and it's not really doing anything yet. It keeps checking back to this 58.20 quarter. Keep in mind, if you do come back in range, right? If this look above fails, you could get a pretty quick flush down to this 57.25. And I think if you hit that, you're the next time we go down here, you're probably going under it for quite a bit. Uh, don't know if that's on the table for today. That would be, quite the drop. That'd be over 100 points down. It's not that like that can't happen on a Friday because it certainly can. But we are in severely positive gamma right now. So unless something really upsets the apple cart, you know, all buybacks. Basically, you want to do reversion to the mean on these. Once you get up far this far in positive gamma and until some key levels are broken or traded. Uh, if you're just scalping on, something less than a 20-minute scalp, it's probably, after you get a move, it's probably going to revert back towards the mean of that where it once was. Looking at overnight action, 22 points, right in the middle of value. If we look at all the indexes, at value area high, at value area low, and value at value area high. So not a lot going on here, really. And then, extremes, we could still come down to this 20,301 half is, we got some unfinished business there. And if that does not hold for some reason, then you got unfinished business done at 20,160. There's really no unfinished business on any of these indexes above because we are close to those highs. So be nimble unless you get stuck in, a plus one, unless you get it stuck in a Superman or a diver down situation. This is probably not going to be a trending day either. Keep in mind that Fridays can trend after lunch. We can, get something that is sustainable, almost into the close. I would say till about 320 to 325 from lunch. That 90 to 100-minute stretch can be, with no reversion during that point in time, and then, then it's just a, market on close, orders coming in, and all of the uh, options expiration for the day and whatnot. Just a lot of rigmarole. So basically, you should be out of the market by 320, in my opinion, today. I hope this helps you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you on Monday.